Hi, you guys. I am the Runway Travelista, you guys, and we are back for another great topic, you guys, okay? Most of my topics, you guys, as you know, delve in overall wellness and total well-being. And one of the reasons why I like to do that, you guys, I talk about the mind, body, spirit connection, is because I know that in my life, I'm 51 years old, and a lot of these things that I've had to deal with, experience over through time, okay, has been in my mind, okay, and the struggle that and the war that I call it. I like to call it a war because that's what it was, okay? When you have two thoughts in your mind, you have a thought of good thoughts and a thought of a side of bad thoughts, and then you have some that are those negative thoughts, okay? And we want to get past a lot of that negative thinking. And I truly believe that a lot of what's ailing us are deep-seated root and deep-rooted things that sometimes we don't even know that is there, okay? But it comes out in different expressions and different forms. So today we're going to talk about the benefit of releasing anger for overall wellness and total well-being, you guys. And I like talking about this, you guys, because this is something that I felt like wasn't a problem for me. Most people, like I told you, when they saw me, when I came out into the public, you would never see, and my family members, some of my family members got to see it, some of the anger, but for the most part, you guys, I was the type of person that came out, you probably thought my life was perfect, okay? Because the way I came out into the public, I showed up. And you wouldn't even know that I was dealing with some of the things that I was dealing with on the inside, okay? And we're talking about releasing anger because during my growth and healing journey, you guys, I recognize that I did have some deep-seated rooted anger. And I do believe that some of it was because I had to come off in the world as everything was okay and everything was hunky-dory to everybody else, and I portrayed that facade. And I don't like to call it fake. I like I said, I know a lot of people they wanted to think that I was being fake about it, but I don't feel that that's what it was. I feel like I was just trying to be strong, okay? And I thought that that was my duty to carry that on my sleeve as a badge of honor. In other words, that's the best way I can say it, okay? Because how we were raised and how the good book says, okay, be strong, go out and just show joy and love and forgiveness and all of these things, but not recognizing that we had some deep-seated things that are in us that were frustrating us, especially with all that pressure trying to be this person, okay? That's a lot of pressure to try to just be perfection, okay? Knowing that we are human. And when you can release some of that frustration and anger, okay, but the way to get to that, okay, comes to a breaking point, which it did in my life, you guys. It came to a breaking point where I was just burnt out. Okay, and we're going to talk about this more in depth, okay, as we dab in here, but that's going to kind of explain to you. I have the blueprint, which is the reading, but I'm also going to mesh it with some of my own personal experiences, you guys. And I know that this is affecting some people out there. You may not even know that you have anger. You may be coming out into the world and, like I say, fight or flight because you're trying to be strong. You said, I'm a strong woman and I can do this. And excuse me, maybe you're a single mother and you're like, oh, I can be this mother and this father. Or you had to take on something, on your job where you had to be excuse me, you guys, where you had to be just this strong person, but sometimes, okay, deep down inside, we don't want to be, we want to be soft and we don't want to be so hard and so, warring like that. So we're going to dab into releasing the anger and how it plays a role in overall total wellness, okay? It says anger is a natural human emotion, okay? So it's human. We're human. If we feel anger, you're okay. Okay. Let me say that. If you feel anger, you're okay. I used to think that I was a bad person because if I felt like if I was angry at any time, that I wasn't being a good person. I wasn't perfect. Okay. In other words, which none of us are. But it says, but when left unmanaged or unresolved, okay, because a lot of us have unresolved anger, okay, and frustration built up. And like I said, sometimes we don't even know it's there. It can have significant negative effects on our physical, mental, and emotional well-being, okay? Today, we're going to discuss releasing the anger, whether through healthy expression, emotional processing, or other strategies that can lead to overall wellness and total well-being, okay? All right, you guys. So number one, the psychology of anger. When we experience anger, our bodies respond with a fight or flight, okay? Have you noticed that a lot of people that are angry, okay, they get bitter and it comes out in different ways. Maybe you're a workaholic. Maybe you take on this strong mentality, okay, for your family to be the one in charge of the family and saying, hey, I can do it. And you're the one that's giving the cheers and leading the pack, in other words, okay? So you're in fight or flight. A lot of us are, okay? It says, which includes a surge of adrenaline, okay? A lot of us have that. Increased heart rate and heightened blood pressure. These physical reactions, when sustained over time, okay, because that's where the kicker is. A lot of these things that we don't even know until we get deeper, like sometimes like for myself down the line, like for years of having this bad habits of, just going out and portraying like I'm so strong in the world. Well, it comes to a breaking point eventually, and it did for me, you guys. And if you haven't reached this point, you may. And so this is why it's good for us to talk about this, because if you see these things rooted in you, then you can kind of reel that thing in before it festers up, okay? And it makes it more to what it is. And then you come to where I did, where I had a total breakdown, okay? Like literally a total breakdown, a cry fest, a burnout, wanting to shut the world out, okay? That's what happened in my case, okay, you guys? And it says, these issues can lead to heart disease, high blood pressure, and weakened immune function. So we're hearing some of the same things that, we know that anger, having that, anything like that, worry, stress, depression is going to affect our physical. Okay. So we're going to go past that because we know that a lot of those things are stress related and can give us those, issues that, heart problems and different things. And I believe that this is in a lot of communities that we deal with different heart disease and different things, but a lot in our community, we have these things because mentally we have been sick, you guys, and we have just been going on, like this. And now we're coming to the forefront where these things, we're seeing that these things, we need to invest in our mental wellness. Okay. We're seeing that it's important. Okay. It's not just about like we said, schizophrenic or bipolar. Those are some symptoms that come with this. And I want to be clear on this. I know some people that suffer with anger, but then they also are exemplifying some of these, like they want to say bipolar, schizophrenic things. And that's why I feel like investing in our mental health is very important, because I think that it can lead into those deep-seated, because it festers. I believe that it festers, okay, and it grows, okay. The more we don't heal, like they say, the more we don't heal our mind, okay, I believe that that's when the sickness comes on and we start having these other ailments, okay. So number two, Okay, so you guys, again, I got to going on and on. We're going to stop here, you guys, and we're going to come back for part 2 for releasing the anger, okay? A lot of us deal with anger issues, frustrations, deep-seated and rooted that I think that sometimes we don't even know that's really there, but can come to the forefront. So we'll come back to part 2, okay, you guys?